In a world where the marks think they know better than the wrestlers and the bookers, the Fantasy Booking Institute exists to pretty much do exactly that. This is a visit from the FBI.
This is Dan the Dad, and you should listen to Raw and Order or you're grounded.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Booking Institute, your weekly source for pro wrestling fantasy booking. I am your host, Detective Mark Smarks, and I'm joined as always by my partners in crime fighting. Starting off, District Attorney Vincent K. Fabe, who's apparently in audio only right now.
Sorry, hey, I had to run outside. There was balloons.
Balloons? Also joining us from up north, JLB.
What is up? What is up? It's been a hot minute, and I am back, and I am excited because it is Chamber season, and it is here in the Great White North, live Montreal for SmackDown and Elimination Chamber, and I'm hyped. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Montreal.
LFG. Montreal.
I will say this. I've said it for years. And people accuse me of being an AEW mark when I said it for years. And I will stand by it. Cody Rhodes, still one of the best stickmen in the game. Raw last night with Sami Zayn, who also is a great stickman. No arguments there. Right. But that promo was exactly what it needed to be.
I hate
exactly what it needed to be.
I just hate that Cody had to be the one to kind of hype up Sammy, though. Like anybody but Cody. But yeah, it was well done.
Anybody but Cody? Why?
I don't know, because I feel like it would come off better with KO. Like, why would Cody hype you up? He did really well doing so. It's just I'm like, but I might potentially face you at WrestleMania. Why are you hyping me up?
So there's two reasons Cody might hype him up. The primary one, because he's the ultimate babyface, and babyfaces support other babyfaces, right? So that'd be the number one reason. But the other reason is,
maybe
and this could be a story.
Sammy instead of Roman.
Yeah, simply this. Yeah. This could be the storyline reason is, I feel real confident I can beat Sammy. I feel less confident I can beat Roman.
Or the third reason is, I want to face the best. Mm-hmm. I can't call myself the best. And Sammy, I think you're the best.
Yep. So
if you be Roman, you would be.
Yep. So before we get into the fantasy booking, I'm going to give everyone a little heads up. My fantasy booking again this week is going to involve opening a pack of cards. But out of this box, there's one pack. These are supposed to have 7 cards in them, each one. This is a regular pack with what should be 7 cards in it. This monster pack was next to it. Ooh. So I am going to open this monster pack because I'm absolutely dying to see what's causing this one
a little bit thicker.
To be thicker. It's almost twice as thick. Now, it could be that it's just a massive one with a lot of cards in it. Or it could be that there's a special card in it.
Or there could have been a Viagra spill on that pack.
Mm-hmm. As of right now, it is looking like it is just a massive, massive pack of cards. But that is fine. Because it gives us an absolute shitload of cards.
By the way, this is the FBI, and this is where we play games.
Yes, we play games, and we have fun.
Quit playing games with my heart.
I live my life
the
way.
So, what are supposed to be 7 cards in a pack? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a double thick pack.
That's what she said.
Buddy.
Is that the Oopsie Daisies pack? Is that what they call that?
Might be. I don't know. So starting off.
You fucked up.
We have Eric from the War Vikings Raiders experience.
Nice.
We have Mako Satomura. These are all standard chronicles. We have Charlotte Flair standard chronicles. We have Chief J Strongbow.
Ooh, that's a cool one.
We have Otis. Tucky.
He's gonna be a model soon.
We have Junkyard Dog. We have my man Finn Balor.
Whoop.
Did you just refer to him as Thin Balor? Because he is thin.
Nope. I said Finn, but we have Angelo Dawkins. We have Ultimate Warrior. And we have our final standard chronicles, Ronda Rousey.
Yay.
We then have one of their gold legacy cards of Ultimate Warrior. We have a black series of Brutus Creed.
At first, I thought that was Glacier.
I can see that. We have what might be a duplicate Origins of Nathan Fraser. And we have one of the absolute memorabilia cards, which I still think are funny because they don't include memorabilia on them, of Bret Hart, which is
I know
a
the
duplicate.
photo is a duplicate. Is the card a duplicate?
I think it's a duplicate because it's the same photo as from the last one. But that still was a double thick pack, so. Anyways, so this being the Fantasy Booking Institute, this is where we play games. The rules are simple. We're going to take turns challenging the others to play some sort of a game, often fantasy booking, but sometimes other, realmly and total. We don't discuss them in advance because we think it's more fun that way. Also because sometimes we haven't thought up what we're going to do until the last minute because we're that way. I always give the other two a chance if they want to go first or if they want me to go first.
I have wanted to do this with JLB here.
Okay.
Since last
I'm
week
sorry.
when
It's been a
JLB
hot
was
minute.
here.
I apologize. You were so excited about it. You told us a little about it. And you're like, guys, get ready, get ready. And then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sick. You're like, you fucker. I'm like, oh.
It really was a you fucker. Yeah, absolutely.
I know. I believe it.
So I have finally named this game after a band that Mr. Smarks and I both enjoy. One Dave Matthews.
Oh, Dave Matthews Band. That's fair.
Yeah.
What would you say?
And that's exactly what it's called, is What Would You Say?
You a monkey
So-
on a chain.
The name of this game is I'm going to ask 9 questions. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions. And you are going to hold up your yes or no answers.
Hello, Ambrosia.
Hi, Ambrosia. Happy Valentine's Day, beautiful.
Yeah. And she's joining us on Valentine's Day. That's so adorable. That's
so
great.
sweet.
Thank you.
All right. You're going to hold up your yes or no cards to what you think your opposition would say. The other person would say. So, JLB, the first example or first question, and this will go for both of you, is, does AEW exist without Cody Rhodes? Does it ever happen without Cody Rhodes?
So
You're
just
answering what you think Smarks would say. Smarks is answering what you think he would say, what he thinks you would say.
Oh,
And
okay.
then you both tell them what your actual answers are. Usually
So,
this is drinking, but
Yeah, that would be dope
This
right
would be
now. So I think because I know how analytical Smarks likes to get, and he's going to bring it back to when Cody left and so on, and he would play nothing but an important part because of all the just because, yeah, so he would say no. AEW does not exist.
I think JLB says yes, AEW still exists without Cody. He is correct in that I do not think AEW would exist.
In fact, last week you
without
said
Cody.
no.
Yep.
And
last
is he
week I
correct
said-
about you?
I think I would agree with Smarks' original opinion, though. I don't think AEW exists without Cody. I really don't.
I'm the only one who thinks that it would have that he would have taken the job.
I don't think it would have existed as quick as it did.
That for
without
sure.
Cody.
But I think Tony Khan.
Like, I don't think we'd be
I
in
think-
AEW
Yeah.
right now.
Here's the
if
deal:
Cody
is,
wasn't there.
would Tony Khan eventually start a competition? Possibly, but he wouldn't have started it 4 years ago,
And it wouldn't have kickstarted nearly as quickly.
and
Right.
it wouldn't be All Elite Wrestling. It probably wouldn't exist right now because the simple fact is he said before on camera that it was All Out that really solidified. Excuse me, All In that really solidified the idea I could do another one of these. And All In doesn't exist if Cody doesn't leave WWE.
No.
Did you do that, Smarks?
Did I do what?
Tagline?
On JLB? Yes, I sure did.
Okay, just making sure.
I was just waiting for him to notice it.
Son of a
Seeing how long.
bitch. Just noticed it. Just noticed it.
No, I noticed it.
Goddamn.
You just missed it.
Well, actually, while you were asking, Ambrosia just had messaged me. She's like, it says whore in the bottom of your... I'm like, well, now I know. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're
Jesus.
welcome. You're welcome. Maybe if you didn't cheat on us with other wrestling podcasts.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there last week either, whore. Oh, now I gotta go change it. Can you just change mine? I'm too lazy to go change it. I'll do it. I'm here. Whoop.
I mean, I can change it. I don't know if you'll like what I change it to, so.
I know. That's why I
What
said never
would
mind.
you say? All right. Number 2 question. Did Sami Zayn and potentially others plan the destruction of the bloodline?
Are you talking kayfabe wise?
Yes, kayfabe.
Okay. I think
You're going
JLB
first.
says no.
Okay, JLB. Hold your answer for him up before you guys give.
Okay. I think Smark says yes.
Okay.
Is that yes?
You would be wrong.
Oh, okay.
I think that this downfall of the bloodline falls purely on Roman Reigns' shoulders. His paranoia is what's breaking up the bloodline, not any grand scheme of plan.
Yeah, and so you're right in that regard. I do think that was Sammy's grand scheme of things with KO. I honestly do think Sammy's just such a great freaking actor. And he's learning from KO, who, KO just lives to do that to anybody he befriends and then ultimately backstabs them. So I think that was Sammy's kind of goal all along. With Monday's promo, though, makes me maybe think otherwise since he's not so confident in himself, and we're obviously playing through kayfabe here. But ultimately, I still think that was the plan. I just didn't think maybe Sammy thought himself that he can actually go through with it. So You are correct.
Yes, it was a plan.
Yeah.
Where I said I didn't think you thought it was a plan, so I am wrong, actually.
Oh, my bad. You're wrong. Wrong.
Wrong.
A huge wrong. The biggest
Hugely wrong.
Huge.
wrong.
Huge.
Almost as big
Hugely
as the
wrong.
balloon. Huge.
Huge.
Oh my God.
All right, third question. Or third statement. Does Smarks or JLB agree? MJF is the greatest heel in the game ever.
Jesus.
Greatest heel
Top
ever.
dead or alive ever? Like, just greatest heel in the game?
Solidly in the top 5. We all know he's already in the top 5 solidly. Greatest ever.
Smark says no. I already know Smarks is going to say no to that.
There's a reason for that, and I'll actually guess it before he gives the...
You're correct. I say no. I'm also thinking you say no.
So the reason I think Smark says no is because a dude literally murdered somebody in Cuba for a wrestling match. He's an actual heel in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Who murdered who in Cuba?
Oh, who was it that it was? Cuba or Puerto Rico?
It's Puerto Rico. You're thinking of Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
Was it Bruiser Brody? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Puerto Rico. Okay. I was wondering, I'm like, who the fuck was in Cuba? Okay. That's fair.
But the other reason I don't think he's the greatest heel, some of it's a time thing. I mean, he's had 4 years, right? And you know,
But Classy Freddie, the second person I was going to bring up was Classy Freddie Blassie, who was actually stabbed by a fan.
yeah. The other reason I don't say it is simply this. He has yet to have one of the best heel moves is the false face turn. And the unfortunate king of that in modern wrestling, at least, is Ric Flair.
Yes.
Turn face for a month or two, and then turn heel, or return to.
I don't know. He kind of did to start off his run.
He had a 2-week sympathetic moment, but it wasn't a face turn. It was just sympathy.
Okay.
And again, one time does not make a team goes to the Super Bowl and wins once. You don't start talking about them as the greatest team of all time.
Yes.
If he can do that multiple times, if he can get you to believe, because that was the thing with Ric Flair.
Patrick Mahomes. Well, I was going to say football relation.
Yeah.
Everyone thought the first one was good, and they're like, well, if he could do it again, though, we're talking Brady level. Well, not
But
Brady
his own
level,
words.
but,
His own words, he said,
Yeah.
we're not going to talk dynasty
Yep.
yet.
I got to see at least one more ring on Patrick Mahomes. Patrick
Mahomes. Patty Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes. Before I start saying Brady level in any way, shape, or form.
That's fair.
Because Brady has, 6?
Seven.
Yeah. So.
And an underwear line.
And an underwear line. Yep.
Yeah, and an ex-wife. Wait, no, that's not something Patrick Mahomes wants.
Yeah, he could have not done that if he just would have retired last year.
I know, right? Like, what did you accomplish in this year? Like, you could have just still had your wife.
Playoff appearance.
Yeah.
Wife, kids, the whole thing.
Oh.
Anyway.
Risk wasn't worth the reward. Yeah, but if you would have said in the last decade, I probably would have said yes.
If you would have said in modern wrestling, I might have agreed. I know I'm going to get shit for it. Not necessarily from you two, but from other people. We live in a world where Miz exists. And MJF
Good heel.
MJF might be really good at being hateable. But Miz is really good at being punchable.
Right.
That's a fair statement.
So, anyways,
Statement number 4. Elias is the most underrated wrestler on the WWE roster right now. Elias is the most underrated wrestler on the WWE roster right now.
I think JLB says no.
He'd be correct.
I also say no, but mostly on a technicality.
Okay.
Because I don't think he's most underrated.
That's it. He's
He
one
is.
of them, not the most.
He is almost the most underrated, but I don't think he's the most.
Who do you think is the most?
I think Chad Gable is definitely in the conversation for most
yeah,
underrated.
I was thinking Chad Gable, Akira Tozawa, Ricochet at least gets more TV time, so Ricochet wouldn't be it. Montez Ford.
From a skill standpoint, it'd be hard for us not to say Ziggler.
That's fair.
Ziggler from a skill standpoint can out wrestle most of the people on the roster. But just something's not clicking. Now, do I think Elias is one of the most underrated wrestlers on? I think he is underutilized. I think he was underutilized and then very poorly handled when Vince McMahon told him to go shave off his beard and get a haircut. We're gonna get rid of the Elias character entirely. And they shot the vignettes of him getting rid of the Elias character. And then they didn't do anything for months. And then finally, like, well, we'll do Ezekiel.
It's his brother. Yep.
His younger brother Ezekiel, which was legitimately entertaining as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And what I really wish they would have done is after Ezekiel went out injured, had another brother show up and just kept this going. Maybe had his dad show up and had Elias come out with a mustache, and been the dad, for a while and just kept the whole thing going for longer. But they just kind of dropped it. They haven't even mentioned Ezekiel on TV in weeks, months even.
Right.
And anytime you have a start and stop with a character like that, it really kind of kills them any momentum they have.
What's also messed up with the whole Ezekiel and Elias, I actually prefer Ezekiel's wrestling over Elias's wrestling. Because I feel like Elias did a lot more, Ezekiel's character did a lot more extra stuff to it. He was a bit more athletic than Elias was. You know what I mean? So I actually preferred Elias as Ezekiel wrestling wise. But I do like the Elias character.
Part of the problem with the Elias character that they ran into is they absolutely botched any concept of running with how over he was with the crowds. Right?
Every time.
But when he was, what does WWE stand for? Walk with Elias. They should have fucking ran with that like crazy. Right?
Yeah.
And they didn't. So
the sad thing, the most memorable feud I have for Elias, I want to say is the one he had with like Jeff Hardy, which was like ages ago. Like that's the only one. That's the last one I could think of where I remember him. Granted, he was away for some time, but even then, Jeff Hardy was still 2020, if that. Yeah. So
now they may do something with him now that Rick Boogs is back, because they're hinting something between the two of them.
Boogs.
I'm booging out.
I seriously
So
thought
my name
he was
is
having.
Booze.
Seriously thought he was gonna have a seizure at one point. I'm like, oh my god, bro, you do that so well. God
When
damn.
he said booging out, I died. I died. I'm
Oh
booging
man. So
out.
so my mom had thought that that was Bobby Roode. So she was just
You want to
flipping
talk about
out from like
steroids? Holy shit.
so she was flipping out from the transformation. She's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Mom, wait, maybe you're not thinking of who you're supposed to be thinking of." She's like, "Glorious." I'm like, "No, that's not him." I could see maybe why you would have been surprised by that transformation, but no, definitely not Bobby Roode. Yeah, but dude's jacked
I'm
though.
booging out.
Goddamn.
Well, I'm going to change question number 5.
Ooh.
So, to me, it seems obvious Rick Boogs is taking on some character traits that are similar to the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, Jesus.
Character traits, not the gimmick, just the character traits. So, oh no, that'd be a game. That's a different game. Never mind. Anyway, moving forward. Doesn't work for this game. Doesn't work for
Okay,
this game.
fair.
I'll say it because I said it on Sunday. What my opinion was. The SmackDown commercial in the Super Bowl was the best commercial in the Super Bowl. Yes or no?
Man, I don't think I saw the SmackDown commercial. Hold on. I saw all of the other ones.
Before I give my answer to what I think his answer would be, I am going to allow him to at least watch the commercial.
Thank you.
That's a fair statement.
Yep. And also consider it. Jesus. WWE Super Bowl commercial from '99.
Just so everybody knows, I checked, and that Nathan Fraser and Bret Hitman Hart card I pulled from that pack were indeed both duplicates. So they go into the
snap.
duplicate pile to be given away when we get the correct number of subscriptions. It's going to be a big pile with some good cards in it.
Wait, was that the one with Logan Paul? Yes, no. No.
Clicky, clicky,
Logan
clicky.
Logan Paul was for the Prime thingy. Heisenberg. Dun, 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 dun. I got all the commercials in one video, so I'm just skipping through.
Yeah, I mean, it was technically a
Ant-Man.
Fox commercial for SmackDown. So,
Oh, snap. I got Pete Davidson with mayonnaise. Like he can promote other stuff already. Jeez Louise.
he's been promoting Taco Bell. He's got 2 things.
Manscaped, Taco Bell, and I feel like there was
Yeah, so
something
3
else.
things.
And Dave Kroll representing Canada, although he's American. Nope, not in this thing. Do you by any chance have a link?
And give me a second.
And we could skip to another question if you'd like, and we'll get back to that one. So like this, it does not waste time. Greatest Super Bowl of all time. I think I just found it. Minute 11 seconds. The Miz starts it off.
Nope.
Nope, not that one. Oh no, the Miz just.
Oh, it's a regular SmackDown commercial that airs every week.
Yeah. So it wasn't a Super Bowl thing.
That sure as hell ain't it.
3 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 months ago. The Ballroom Blitz.
Let's see if this has a link to.
I can't find it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, 'cause yeah, you guys are like, that SmackDown commercial was awesome. I'm like, what SmackDown commercial?
I did not say it was absolutely awesome. It was not.
No, not you, Mr. Fabe over there.
Here it is.
What?
Found it.
Hey, nice. Link me. Or are you just gonna play it on thingy?
No, I'm not going to get us in trouble.
Get us in trouble.
But I am going to send it to you on Facebook so it's easier to get to.
Oh, gracias. Mm-hmm. Bam. Thank you. Oh. Oh, snap. We're all superstars. SmackDown. Okay. Yeah, it was fun.
I thought it was hilarious.
Okay. That was good.
So,
But
Yeah.
my opinion doesn't matter. I thought it was the best commercial of the Super Bowl.
So, I am going to predict that JLB says no, it wasn't the best commercial of the Super Bowl for him.
I will agree and say you don't think so
You
either.
suck. You both suck.
You are also correct.
Fucking wasn't
What's
the
the-
fucking greatest Super Bowl commercial of
This year, not all time.
this year. Yeah,
What about
this
the
year.
Frog
I
Series?
mean,
Did you see the DraftKings commercial? If you're even wanting to talk wrestling based commercial, right? I thought the DraftKings commercial was better, and it featured wrestling heavily in it.
Whatever. Fine.
I also maybe preferred, first of all, the Ant-Man trailer. Not the the Flash trailer. Whoa. Doesn't technically count as a commercial since it was just a trailer, but the Breaking Bad commercial was hilarious as well. So no, not the best. I also did like the whole representing Canada for everything. That was a cool one too. Yeah. So no dice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Next.
Hold on, I'm crying still. All right.
Oh my god, the Will Ferrell commercial too was hilarious, going through multiple universes.
I like
with
the
the electric car.
the Pepsi Zero Sugar commercial with Ben Stiller, and then later the one with Steve Martin, where they talk about how acting. And again,
that was fun.
the DraftKings commercial with Kevin Hart and The Undertaker and Tony Hawk.
Yes. Oh, that was the DraftKings one. Okay, yeah.
Who else was in it?
That was fun.
Big Papi. Ludacris.
Luda, yeah.
Okay. Next question. So, though we all seem to believe that it is not a good idea to have pay-per-views or premium live events written around a particular gimmick match, we also believe, or I, for each of you individually, believe that they should try to have those gimmick matches show up a minimum of once a year.
So gimmick matches should only show up once a year? That's a yes?
No, they should show up a minimum of once a year, but not at a specific pay-per-view written around those matches.
So
Hell in a Cell shows up because there's a storyline, but it happens yearly.
I
feel like you said Hell in a Shell, and I want to see that. I want to see.
I'm predicting JLB says no on this.
That
they don't show up on special.
That they don't
premium
have to
events.
show up.
They don't have their own pay-per-views, but they do show up annually.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. You build the story around the match showing up annually. You think he says yes?
Yeah.
You are wrong. I say no. I think the concept of them showing up when they're needed, versus, oh, we've got to shoehorn one in here.
They're going to be needed at least once a year, though. Come on now.
But he's not saying they're going to be needed once a year. He's saying that they have to do them once a year. And I personally think...
They should do them on a regular basis, like once a year.
Yep. And I personally think that if we went a year without an Elimination Chamber match, the year that they finally do one, it will be the biggest match
Make it more special.
of the year.
Yeah.
So what's your time frame?
I don't think you have to have a requirement on it. I don't think you put a...
The storyline just has to be big enough
So
to
you
do
think
it.
it can be shelved for 10 years if you want?
I think it's all about the storyline. I think, 10 years. I think, we went without War Games for 20 years. And when they brought it back for NXT, it was the fucking coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Right?
Right.
And so...
JLB, how often should they do? Should they do them once a year or?
Yeah, no. So I agree. They should at least do them once. Well, I mean, like, just have one at least. No, yeah, you should at least have one special kind of match like that, whether it be a Hell in a Cell, War Games, or whatever.
But he's saying, to clarify, he's saying that, hey, they're not going to have an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but every year you're going to have an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah. No. I agree with that.
It shows up.
And the
Somehow
same thing for Hell in a Cell. And the same thing for...
So all gimmick matches will show up, just not in their respective pay-per-views, but on
just
any
not a
other
pay-per-view built around, but that they have to
once.
show up every year.
You'll intentionally write a storyline so they do show up. On a regular
So
basis.
basically, at the beginning of every year, they will have a checklist of all of the big match types. And as they go through the year...
There's only three that you guys would think shouldn't have their own.
But as they go through the year, they have to check them off. They can't get to the end of the year without checking off all three of them.
No, I personally don't want them shelved for too long either, though. I don't mind. That gives me something to look forward to, though, once a year. Okay, I'm at least going to get a War Games. Maybe they might skip a year. I don't mind them
skipping a year every now and then, but... Yeah. Oh, well, there's going to be an Elimination Chamber of some type.
I want to at least know. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get an Elimination Chamber match this year. Granted, mind you, I don't want two in a fucking pay-per-view, but that's what I'm going to get.
I'm about to get so much hate.
You want to do away with the Elimination Chamber?
I could live without the Elimination Chamber entirely. It is the most boring of the hardcore matches they have, and I would much prefer they come up with something fresh and new to replace it.
I would really love...
Kind of don't disagree with you, though.
Money in the Bank to be the one, and I would want Money in the Bank to be the only one that was all the time happening, but I would want it to be right after WrestleMania, and I actually would keep that as its own pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's the only one that kind of maybe makes sense. I think having Money in the Bank, though, maybe at Mania on that night, so that you can kind of slowly, I think Mania kind of works for it too. It gives you that special matchup. And so, I don't know. I like it at Mania or at the end of the year, almost towards the end of the year. So it kind of helps to build your storyline on the road to WrestleMania for at least one of the belts, and you still have the Royal Rumble doing its thing.
Ding ding. Ding ding.
Thing. Yep.
Ding ding. Cool.
Thing.
When it comes to product placement, it seems obvious to me that Macho Man Randy Savage with Slim Jim is the greatest of all time. But the second greatest of all time is obviously The Miz for Stupid Suits.
Or Seth Rollins for Mario Boots.
Mario Boots.
The thing is, do you know what's really funny about those? Those things are
They're
legit on
expensive, aren't
sale.
they?
You can buy
legit.
them. Yeah.
Legit. They're
Those are like Kanye boots.
they're Mischief.
Mischief. That's it.
And those big red boots from Mischief,
Are way over our budget for boots.
let's see if they actually announced.
It's probably something like $1,200
price
or
for
something
'em.
for the pair.
Mischief does a lot of crazy things. I don't know if you
I actually kind of want to rephrase my question.
right now, Mischief, the last sale on StockX for the big red boot was $1,200.
Yeah.
And right now, you could place a bid for a pair for $1,284. But if I wanted them in my size, it would be $1,500.
While the retail
And
price
if they
of the
wanted
shoes
them in
is-
his size, I'm just guessing they'd probably be closer to 2,000.
So I am going to rephrase that. I'm not going to have The Miz. Randy Savage obviously did the most for his product. Brock Lesnar did the most for his product behind Randy. The second most for his product being Jimmy John's.
By the way, they will start going on sale on February 16th.
Yeah, I ain't spending
Fun,
$2
fun,
grand
fun.
on those things. They better be like the most comfortable shoes ever.
I mean, in fairness, they look like they probably are.
I mean, Seth Rollins looked like he could not wrestle in them, though, because holy
Giant
shit, I thought he was...
galoshes.
Oh, that stomp was epic. Come on.
Brock
That stomp was
galoshes.
great, but I mean, everything else, I felt like he was tumbling over, which, you know, I understand. Those boots are fucking huge.
I think JOB is going to say yes. Jimmy John's
Brock Lesnar did.
Brock
the most,
Lesnar, Jimmy John's is the
most
second
for
most
Jimmy John's.
product.
What are we doing with this? So what is the question exactly?
Second,
The question is
second
this-
most effective product placement. Obviously, first being Macho Man Randy Savage for Slim Jim. The second most effective product placement for a wrestler is Brock Lesnar with Jimmy John's.
Like his overalls you're talking about?
It's
Are
a
you talking about his
sponsorship.
fucking cowboy?
Yep.
He's got it. He always had it on his trunks too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're gonna say Smarks will say no to that though.
I'm trying to figure out what else he would pick that would be above it. So, Smarts, your response is?
My response is no. But is JLB's yes? I want to find out if I was right before I.
I feel like no. I don't know. I feel like there's something more popular than Brock Lesnar's sponsor for Jimmy John's when we're comparing Macho Man and Slim Jim. Like, there's definitely something there. I'm just trying to think in the process.
I mean,
of what it could
he's
be.
still saying Slim Jim is the top, and number two's
But
down
Brock is not
here,
the second.
But it's still
Brock is not the second though.
I'm going to go with The Rock for the Fast and Furious franchise. Is actually second.
I'm on your way. I'm kind of in your wheelhouse, except for the fact that the only reason I don't say The Rock for Fast and Furious franchise is because he wasn't an active wrestler
Okay.
when those started coming out. But what I am going to say is the Goonies are good enough. And it was the placement of Cyndi Lauper in professional wrestling to promote her movies and her music. Because it was
I don't think that beats Brock. I would just disagree.
it was at the absolute height of professional wrestling's 80s appeal. And literally, I knew people who did not know Cyndi Lauper before it and knew people after it. I've never known a person who said, I'm hungry for a sandwich and Brock Lesnar's got it on his pants. I'm going to order Jimmy John's. Right? I knew Jimmy John's before Brock Lesnar started wearing them. I knew Jimmy John's. But
I'm gonna go with MJF and Burberry.
Burberry's always
The Burberry.
awesome.
yeah.
It has always been awesome, but I think MJF gave it a more like not. They're disgustingly expensive and all that, but I think MJF kind of made it in a more popular to the fan who maybe can't afford them, want to maybe try and get them. Because now every time I think of Burberry, I think of MJF, obviously, right? So it would make a lot of regular folk maybe want to attempt to go get a Burberry scarf kind of thing.
That's fair.
I don't know if it's as big as Brock's Jimmy John's, but it's up there.
There will be 3 people who have never been champion in WWE to hold the world title this year. There will be 3 to hold a world title this year. So not US, not Intercontinental, not tags. There will be 3
current wrestlers to not hold the world title this year.
that have not held it that will hold it this year in 2023. I say 3 because it makes it so that you have to think about other wrestlers. You both think the other one says yes. Okay, let's hear it.
So Cody Rhodes is obviously WrestleMania bound, so
Cody
that's
Rhodes,
one.
And I think they'll listen to the Sammy stuff.
I
think
don't
they'll
know
listen
if
too late.
Sammy's going to win, though. I think Sammy will win. He just won't win the belt. So I don't know if it's a Sammy scenario, but I think it's going to change interchangeably throughout the year. Now that Roman is not going to be the quote unquote big dog anymore, you're going to see a lot more changes this year. And a few, I think you might even see K. You said
KO's had the title, world titles before.
KO's had the title, though. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else. Seth has obviously had it. Oh, I think you're maybe gonna get a Gunther run. So that would be my second choice. And Logan Paul.
So I say no.
I would say Braun Breaker would be the third.
Yeah. I say no.
Well,
because
let him get to the fucking main roster first.
Because I think
This year.
A,
That's what we said last year.
WWE has shown throughout their history that they don't like, especially recent history, don't like moving the belt too much. I think they are going to. We are 7 months in the Triple H era, and the belt hasn't moved at all.
That's because Vince put Triple H in a little hole with Roman Reigns being both championships.
They could have done it. He had 7 months to figure a way out, right? I've figured the way out a dozen times in that 7 months. And it's the same way. And it's the same way they do it now. Triple threat.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls. First fall is for one belt, second fall is for the other belt. I think we get that. I think Sammy and Cody both end up with the belts, and that gets us two.
And
I
you don't
do
think there's
not
another one.
think I do not think there's going to be another one who hasn't already had it before. I am not ruling out a KO.
Oh, I think there will be more than 4 champions this year. A
I
KO, a Seth Rollins.
I think will be at best 2 of each.
That's what I'm saying.
3.
Well, you got Roman, you got those 2, and then I think
Three's
one
not
of
that
those
much
2
of a
loses
stretch,
their
though.
title.
I
And
think
KO beating Sami Zayn is gold.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
KO beating Sami Zayn is it, but I don't think we have another person who hasn't held it right now established enough to do it. Logan Paul certainly isn't, and I know they're not going to put the world belt on him. They might put the IC belt on him. They might put the US belt on him. But they will not put the world belt on him just yet.
The hard part is the not having won it before, because you could have 6 this year. You could easily have Bobby Lashley have a run with it.
Yeah.
You could easily
Right.
have Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, the
Seth
Miz,
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. But there's really only 4 names to actually get mentioned, and you guys maybe neither of you think Braun Breaker's in that category, but I think it's the 2 that are in there and Gunther. I think that's it. Maybe Baron Corbin, depending on this repackaging. Maybe Baron Corbin, depending on the repackage.
When did
I
he have
doubt-
beef with JBL? I must have missed that at some point.
'Cause
I'm
he
why are you
loses.
not
He lost it, and so he came to the back, and he was all like, "Oh man, sorry about that." But so where are we heading afterwards to go? Think.
Not going
And
anywhere
JBL
with you.
just blew up at him and said, "You're a loser. You
Oh, no.
you don't have heat. You have go away. You know what I mean?"
Oh, dirty.
No, the sound you hear when you enter the ring is thousands of people turning the channel. So here's the deal. In terms of Baron Corbin, I actually think that this is a sign that WWE has lost faith in Baron Corbin. The news reports from backstage say that they killed that whole thing because they sensed that he wasn't getting over under that entirely. That it was legitimately having go away heat.
His strongest heat was Constable Corbin,
I agree.
and I think that's who he should come back.
I feel
to.
like he always has go away heat in a kayfabe style, though. You know what I mean? People love to hate him.
I think right
He's
now
been in a
people
worse spot, I feel.
I think right now people were hating to hate him, but more specifically, I think WWE feels people were hating him to hate him. Right?
Okay.
Not from a kayfabe standpoint, but from something. Now, I don't think the JLB situation helped the JBL. I think JBL.
Yeah, I think that actually hurt it. I think
that
the
hurt.
Constable Corbin is the move.
I
it's the
think
right
I
move.
think the JBL situation hurt him from another thing that no one's really talked about. But here he's supposed to be rich. He's supposed to have lots of money, and he's coming out with rich man JBL, and JBL's wearing a suit, and he comes out wearing a stupid tank top thing and dumbass trunks, right? And I'm like, get him ring gear that says I'm worth $1 million, right?
Right.
Have him come out in a suit,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
then have the pants be tearaway for him to wrestle in or something. You know what I mean?
Or have him wrestle in the vest suit like he did before.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
anyways, but no, I don't. I don't honestly think Braun Breaker gets called up anytime soon. And when he does get called up, I don't think they put him in the main title picture for at least a year. So that rules him out potentially.
I'm going to throw a curveball at your idea.
Gunther is a possibility, but I don't see it happening this year. I think they're going to give him a long run with the IC belt. I think he finishes the year IC champion.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Okay?
I think it's 3, and I think it happens by WrestleMania.
Oh, Jesus.
I think
Do tell.
Rhea Ripley's your third person.
Rhea Ripley's been
Yeah,
champion.
she's been
NXT champion. I don't think she's actually been
No.
WWE Women's
She
champion.
was Raw champion. I feel like it's just no one cared.
And if not Rhea Ripley, then Shayna Baszler by the end of the year.
Rhea Ripley was Raw Women's Champion one time.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Then Shayna Baszler by the end of the year.
I don't see that happening. And they do it again. These fuckers do it again. It looks like Shayna's going to get mad at Rousey, and then she goes and attacks.
And that's why I think it's going to happen.
I'm like, fuck.
That's why I think it's going to happen.
I think she's going to have a
gonna
feud
throw
with
the
Rousey.
cheese.
I don't think the belt's going to be involved.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be just a feud about who's the baddest woman. And Charlotte's going to go off with the belt and do other things for a while until they build up someone brand new. I really do think that in the eyes of WWE right now, Shayna Baszler has missed her chance at being the woman, the champion woman. She was hot. She could have come out, and they missed their chance to use her, and now they've used her so poorly that building her back up to that, I think they've missed the chance for her. Of their own accord. Right,
I hope you're wrong.
I would love to be wrong on this. But the way WWE always has operated, the only way you get a new chance is by leaving and coming back. Right? Once you've ruined your chance, you fall down the ladder and you don't climb back up. The only way you get that chance again
Is to have huge pop when you come back.
is to have huge pop, you can come back. And I'm gonna say a name here that makes me very fucking angry to say as an example of this happening. Makes me angry to say this as an example. But Finn Balor.
Well, he got injured and had big pop when he came back, but they still didn't do it.
But he didn't leave and come back. See, here's the examples of leave and come back, and then you get your big push. Cody,
But he got injured.
Bobby Lashley,
Triple H.
Drew McIntyre. These are all people who left, often not of their own accord,
Right.
I get what you're saying.
and then came back, and because of what they proved on the independent circuit and in other events, other arenas, proved to WWE, this is someone that we need to bring back and push to the main event again. And with Finn Balor, he got to the main event, he got injured, he came back to a big pop, but by that point he'd missed his chance. And they've thrown the occasional, here's a world title shot at you. And every single time, some people, including some people on this podcast right now, think this is when they're going to pull the trigger on Finn Balor. And every single time, they've just had Finn Balor get beaten down because they've used him as a prop, right? They had the Demon lose.
That's true.
You know, he missed his chance, and the only way he will ever get another chance as world champion in WWE is if he goes someplace else for a while, runs the table there, and then comes back. And I think
Well, I mean, he did go to
in that
NXT
situation.
though.
Yeah, and he was the
did do that
champion
to
down there,
NXT.
right?
Yeah.
But then when he came back up to the main roster's a different beast than NXT. You can be
I don't
champion
get-
in NXT and be literally, you can be champion in NXT and come up to the main roster and be fired in a few months.
The other sad one is we're not talking Karrion Kross either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's sad because we were all there. Well, 2 of us were there. One of us was not, and he's not on screen, so it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Last one. Ready? Roman Reigns will be without a championship as long as he has had the shorter of the two championships, so the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns will be without a championship as long as he has had the WWE Championship, which is over a year, or right at a year, WrestleMania.
So you're saying he's only going to lose one of them then?
He's going to lose them both, but he will be championship less till WrestleMania of next year or later.
I think JLB is going to say no.
Yeah, I think you're going to say no as well.
Okay. Once he goes without, he'll be without for a full year.
I think a few months, maybe. I don't think it's going to be a full year. I see Roman being in that title picture probably August, September.
Okay.
I'm more or less of the agreement. He's and then he's going to come back and he's immediately going to enter into a storyline of I'm trying to regain my championships, and he's going to get them back. Get at least
Both
one of them back.
Okay, I don't think he gets both again.
But
I really do hope Sammy ends up actually just beating him, and then it's only for one of the titles, and it's a SmackDown title, and then that would kind of be cool. And then maybe we do a triple threat at Mania, which would be kind of awesome. I doubt it. I don't know. I just want to see Sammy win and he's have this huge pop in Montreal. It's going to be fucking epic. By the way, he's having an autograph signing at a pop-up shop in Montreal.
The amount of love he's getting right now, I think
dude, that's what I'm saying.
Where he actually, you got to have the hometown guy win. Like that's. I don't know.
It's gonna go crazy. I already am practically deaf. I am gonna go deaf.
If you guys were Los Angeles or Atlanta or Philadelphia and he won, there'd be riots.
Oh, don't discount Montreal for that.
In fairness, we're Americans. We riot over all sorts of shit.
That's true.
In fairness,
my team won. I riot. My team lost. I riot.
My team didn't make the playoffs. I riot.
Hey, in fairness, we do that here too for the Habs. We literally only won the first round in the playoffs, and then they ended up rioting and flipped over cop cars and burned shit and went ape shit stupid. So we do that here too. So I think there might even be a I don't know if a riot for wrestling, but there'll definitely be a riot in the Bell Center in some way, shape, or form. Whether he wins or loses.
I want to ask one more. Is it okay if I ask one more?
Yeah.
Ask one more. Okay. Cody Rhodes turns heel in the next 1 year, 365 days from today. Within the next 365, he turns heel.
I'm going to risk it to get the biscuit and say JLB says yes.
JLB, your
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
You think Smark says no, and JLB thinks that, or JLB thinks Smark says no, and Smark thinks that JLB says yes. Mm-hmm. Now the actual answer.
Yeah. So no, he would be wrong. I, honest to God, don't think Cody Rhodes will ever be heel, just for the simple fact, because if he didn't want to be heel in AEW, he's not going to go ahead and say now, yeah, you know what? It's about time I be heel. I don't think he'll do it. It just doesn't make sense for him.
I think he understands organic heel work.
His speech in AEW, one of his last promos, he promised his fans he would never turn heel.
Which is exactly what a fucking heel would say.
The thing is, this is when he could have turned heel. I said this before. If he'd have turned heel in AEW, he'd still be there. Mm-hmm. They would have thrown all the money at him to keep him around if he'd have turned heel.
Straight up.
He would be a hotter heel in AEW than MJF.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
But he refused. He refused so hard because he sees himself in the fans too much. And he thinks if he turns heel, that he's abandoning the fans. And the fans are what got him here. And the fans are what sold out All In. And the fans are what helped create All Elite Wrestling. The fans got him back to WWE.
I don't know.
I don't-
Maybe I still agree with the no. Maybe he might have a change of heart once he wins the championship and his championship run is over. Then he could be like, you know what? All right, maybe let's do it. But I don't know. I think he would consider himself too much of a hypocrite to do that. If he would have did it, he would have done it in AEW, and that's it. He's stubborn on that point. He'll be babyface for life.
Okay. My game's over. I don't know the
Okay.
answers to those, and I'm glad I didn't have to answer them.
JLB, do you want to go next? You want to do my game next?
Well, let's.
You're
I'll
thinking
do a
awfully
game.
hard. Okay.
No, I'll do a game though, and it's going to be a game that we haven't had in a while. We usually end it, so I'll let you decide if you want to end it with that. Pick or pass scenario game.
Oh, if you want to do it, it's your challenge. You can do pick or pass.
Okay.
3 people or 2?
It's up to you guys. Do you guys want to just?
Do you want to be in or not?
Yeah, I want to be in. Sure.
Okay.
Um,
So which direction are we going?
we are going. Whatever. We'll start with both of you. Rock paper scissors. It. I'm not going first.
Okay, there you go. You win. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So
you show first. No, you show first.
first. All right. Randy Savage or no, we'll do modern. We'll start with modern for now. Okay. MJF or The Miz?
Miz. MJF or RKO? Just because I like the initial.
Like the move?
No.
No, the I'm gonna take today or full body of work.
Full body work.
I gotta take RKO. MJF or Chris Jericho.
That's a good one. I'm probably gonna all body of work.
Yes. Including what you think the future potential is for MJF.
No, for MJF, that's fair. Yeah, MJF. I have to. Sorry, Jericho. I believe in too much of the Miz, Jesus, MJF's future. So, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho all time, or Chris Jericho all time, or Chris Benoit all time.
Chris Jericho, just because we know how it ends with Chris Benoit.
Fair. All right.
Chris Benoit pre 2003 or Christian all time.
It's still Benoit. Wow. Oh, and that's before he gets a title. Fuck.
I
Christian.
don't know. There's great mic skills.
Yes, he does. Christian.
Whereas Benoit doesn't have any.
Or Matt Hardy. Both all time.
Christian. Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy.
This is easy.
Well, I mean,
For me, it's easy. It's Matt Hardy.
Yeah. Hands down. If you limited them to their time in WWE, then it's Jeff. But as soon as
Jeff-
you go all time,
Jeff has just had too many issues.
yeah.
yeah, I was gonna do pre-TNA because fuck, that's when the issues really.
On top of it,
went downhill.
a lot of it with Jeff Hardy is Matt Hardy made a decision about 6 years ago to change his wrestling style and to stop doing as many of the real body wrecking moves. Jeff never did that.
Nope.
And I think it's been for the worse for Jeff. Okay. Jeff Hardy or all-time body of work in and outside of the ring, Jeff Jarrett.
It's Jeff Jarrett. He was the first guy to create a competitor after WCW was gone. It's Jeff Jarrett.
Also,
You're fucking evil, by the way, just so you know.
also worth taking a moment right now to send our condolences to the Jarrett family on the loss today of Jerry Jarrett, Jeff's dad, who was also in and of himself very influential in the wrestling business over the years and was part of the money behind TNA launching. So,
Oh,
anyways.
Jeff Hardy or Ricochet?
Ricochet. Come on now. Come on.
What have you done for me lately? That's all that answer is well, Jeff Hardy isn't in the ring anymore, so
No, but that's why we have to predate it to. So Jeff Hardy, Attitude Era, 99, whenever TLC started, or Edge at that same era.
Is that what you're giving to me?
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was the serious thing and not just you talking.
yeah, Tucky.
That's a valid point.
No Tucky.
God, that's actually a lot tougher than it should be. Because of limiting
They
to
both
that
were at their
era.
prime. Yeah, exactly.
both
They
at
were
their
both at their
prime.
prime.
This also is Spear off the Ladder era.
This is also 5 seconds of the 5-second pose era. Him and Christian doing a whole bunch of funny stuff backstage. Conquistadors.
It also importantly is the era that my Jeff Hardy action figure behind me is from. Which is in the same ring as an Edge action figure.
There you go.
And it makes it really tough for me. I am going to choose Jeff Hardy from this era.
Okay. Can't get mad at either answer though, because they both were fucking doing their thing at that time.
Yep. So, Edge, Edge all time or Seth Rollins all time?
Whew. Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. The future book of business is through the roof, even if he only wins the 2 titles. The future book of business is through the roof. Seth Rollins. Edge. 2011 and earlier, or Gunther. All time. Including what you expect him to be.
2011 or earlier.
Yeah, you don't get the current era of Edge where we all go, maybe you shouldn't have come back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's fair.
You haven't thought it? You're too good to think negative things about current era Edge?
No. I definitely thought of it for sure. Like Edge, you kind of should have just, did that run when you came back after your surgery, sure, and then, that's it.
He's the worst part of the current Dominic Mysterio group. He's the worst part of that feud. Judgment Day. Yes.
Well, I mean, and they just also, we complain they don't do long-term storytelling. This is technically still long-term storytelling. It's just we don't give a shit. He is the worst part, but that's because Rhea and Dom just fucking
are so fucking great.
Yeah, they're just so great. They just outdo everybody in that. Yeah. Which
I know what it's like to be behind bars. That's why I think Damian Priest is going to be able to win the Elimination Chamber. What in the fuck, man? It is the best stupid funny I think I've ever seen in wrestling. It's Dumb and Dumber in pro wrestling. It's so good.
It is. It's the absolute best thing you could have thought of for Dom to do. And then you even had Dom and Rhea also show up at Ray's house again today for Valentine's Day. Did you see the clip? Oh fuck! It's great.
You're my mommy. Like people literally.
That's still cringe.
You're my mommy.
That's still cringe though. I still maybe don't like that, but it's working. It's working. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? So it's
Edge and Gunther.
Edge and Gunther. I'm going with Gunther. Gunther's been good indies from the indie stuff I've watched in NXT. So was Gunther even in NXT in 2011? No. Oh, you said Gunther all time though. Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther, including his potential future.
Yeah, no. Gunther.
I just don't know that. I didn't want to degrade Edge with the current storylines.
No, that's fair.
I really thought you'd pick Edge there. But that's fine.
I'm not an overly huge fan of. I was a huge fan of Edge like 99 to like 2005, kind of. His real crazy prime era. I didn't like Edge and the Brood. Technically, thought that was lame. But I think that was short-lived, anyways.
The problem with was Gangrel was,
he was just a shitty leader. The music was great. He was just an entrance. He was just an entrance group, and that was it. Ultimately, no one cared when they came in the ring. Damn. Edge. Edge all time or Billy Gunn all time?
Edge all time.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn's work is pretty stellar. Maybe if I would have said Billy Gunn modern and Edge modern, Billy Gunn would have taken it.
Yeah. I would suggest, now I can't speak for Smarks, but I would suggest you would be correct.
Just so you know, this was one of my favorite decks of Raw Deal to play with, which was the Totally Awesome team. I also have, to match it up, the Team Extreme deck.
Nice.
Too bad that game doesn't exist anymore, man.
It sure does. It sure
But he's
sucks.
a collector. Now it's a collection. And he can play when he's bored and there's no lights in his house.
Yeah, I can't really play when there are no lights.
Hey, you can. There's candles. You got this.
No one buys candles for lights
And
anymore.
spill hot wax on Lita? Don't you tempt me with a good time.
And then I also had the solo superstar card for Edge.
Oh, you think
And
you
the
know him
soul.
now?
Excuse me. And the solo superstar card for Christian as well, somewhere in here.
Nice.
I don't have the box for it, though. What was my choices again? Sorry.
Edge or yeah, Billy Gunn technically.
Oh, yeah, no, I said Edge. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Billy Gunn or Austin Gunn.
Billy
Future
Gunn.
included.
Billy Gunn.
Okay.
There's just not enough on that book to say that he's going to be able
Yeah.
He's the current AEW tag champion.
I understand.
Getting there.
Dude, and that this is an assumption that Austin Gunn has as much of a trajectory as his dad, but his dad was at this time one half of the Smokin' Guns, and his book of business got considerably better later on. So it's possible. I'm just saying I'm going to go with Billy Gunn. Austin Gunn or Danhausen.
Danhausen.
The Ass Boys.
He'd be the creator of the Ass Boys.
Ass Boy or their creator.
Exactly. I'm sorry, Smarks. That would have been great for me to have Danhausen for you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't blame you for picking him.
It was the right call. It's just
The right
It
choice.
was the right call. So, Austin Gunn. Ooh. Austin Gunn or Jake Hager Modern.
Austin Gunn. That's you could say Jake Hager all time, and I'd still say Austin Gunn. Fuck Jake
I don't know,
Hager.
man.
except for Bellator.
I enjoyed his run as U.S. champion though in WWF. WWE.
Jake Hager or Otis.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, you don't like Otis that much? Oh, damn.
Jake Hager. Otis, shut your face. One's a world champion, a Bellator champion, a United States champion. Shut your face.
But one was also a phenomenal tag team with what were they called?
Heavy machinery.
Tucky.
Oh, yeah. Tucky.
That's it.
So great a tag team that he couldn't remember the name or the partner's name.
Well, that's fair.
Since you just decided to defend Otis, I'm going to give another O name. Otis or Orange Cassidy. Tag teams only, though. It's only tag team work. That'll help you out a little bit.
I think I still would have to choose Orange Cassidy.
Ta-da!
So it just I shot myself in the foot. Well played.
Yeah, I didn't want you having an excuse. Well, he doesn't have singles matches. Okay, well, we'll just go to the tag team work.
No, that's a fair point. Okay, so we'll
Like
do.
you could give Orange Cassidy versus Otis mic skills, and because Otis says "Hey, tucky, tucky, tucky," it's a battle, and yet still this beats "Hey, tucky, 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 tucky."
Listen, he might be a model soon. Leave him alone, okay?
Not
okay,
helping your case.
Otis or Bronson Reed?
Well, that's an easy one.
I don't know who Otis will be.
No, I think it's solidly Bronson Reed, but Smarks really doesn't like Bronson Reed. I mean, I knew he didn't like him. I just didn't know he didn't like
him that much.
He just does absolutely nothing for me. But
He really doesn't.
I've got a plan, and I'm going to stick to the plan. So I'm going to choose Bronson Reed so that I can hand you two O names, Otis or Omos.
Oh, fuck.
There you go. Yeah. Don't you dare fucking say Omos. Swear to God. Otis is not that bad. Jesus.
I will say this. I think
You're
we've
right.
degraded.
Yes,
So-
this is a final round level. So
This is degradation. Yeah. Because I don't think anyone's going to beat Omos.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Otis because I want to have to force JLB to choose between Omos and Ultimate Warrior.
I'd still pick Ultimate Warrior, though. I think Omos is our new degrade. Oh, Jesus. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do
There's
it.
one more after Ultimate Warrior that
No, that's
we
fair.
would get Omos taken. I can guarantee you there is one person, if you had to go Omos or Ed, that Omos would be taken.
Yes, I would take Omos over Brutus in a heartbeat.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to choose Warrior over Omos, though.
Okay.
Omos or Hogan?
Listen, I hate him as a person, but Hogan.
He's the reason we watch. Like, even though we may not admit that he's the reason.
Well, and here's the thing. I've mentioned this before. I am telling you guys, find Hogan's New Japan work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day, the reason you watch wrestling is because of a wrestler who liked Hogan as a kid. Today. Like,
Yeah. But the thing is, go watch Hogan's New Japan stuff, and you'll see he could wrestle. He just came back over here and was told to change how he wrestled for the American audiences.
For more
And
money
he
on
did that.
this.
For more money. So, anyways, we'll move on to my challenge for you guys.
okay.
This is going to be kind of a weird head-to-head challenge. So first, I need DFA. Pick a number 1 to 5.
I wonder if Ambrosia's still listening. Ambrosia, what's the number between 1 through 5? She's not paying attention, so we're just going to have to go ahead and go with 3 because she would say 21.
Okay.
That's fair.
JLB, 1 through 4.
2.
Okay. So we're going to start off with DFA. I am opening this pack of cards. In this pack, there are 7 cards. You have to make a faction out of these 7 cards. It is a 6-member faction, and I'm giving you 1 pass. So there are 7 cards. You can pass on one of them. So if one of these comes up with someone that you just don't know, or whatever, you can pass.
And then the other 6 are automatically in this faction.
The other 6 are automatically in the thing. Here's the twist, though, for it. When I give you these, you have to place them in the faction, and you can't change where they're in the faction.
So leaders, stuff like that.
So the faction members are manager / spokesperson.
Okay, oh, I gotta write these down.
Manager / spokesperson.
GR, okay.
Main event. Mid card. Tag team 1, tag team 2. So you have a full tag team.
Okay.
And jobber.
I was hoping you were going to go with Enforcer there, but okay.
Nope.
That's 5, though.
That's 6.
Oh, tag team 1
That's
and
6.
2. My bad.
Tag team 1, tag team 2. Okay. Now, because I don't control what comes in these cards, I am going to say that whatever faction that we're doing here, intergender matches can happen.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to have Team Little Big if Braun and Alexa.
Exactly.
Okay.
And more specifically, the big twist in the end is we are going to be facing your 2 teams against each other to see which team wins, which faction wins in the end. So,
Nice.
because I opened...
So don't fuck up and put fucking Paul Heyman in a tag team. Because you already had MJF.
You'd obviously be manager.
If you didn't get him early enough, you might have filled the manager with, say, a Ric Flair
That's fair.
or Triple H.
Woo!
Okay.
Game.
So, starting off for DA Fabe, your first choice, Cora Jade.
Main event. No. Yeah, main event.
Oh.
She's a world champion. She's a women's world champion.
Okay. Your second option, Ivar.
Well, he's a tag team specialist. I got to stick him in tag team. So tag
Okay.
one. Tag 1. I don't know who I'm going to have him tag with, but
Your third option, AJ Styles.
Oh, there goes your main event.
manager.
That's interesting. Nice.
Your fourth option,
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch!
Andre the Giant.
Jobber.
Tag 2.
Oh my god.
Ivar and Andre, man, that's a fucking tag team.
I want to make this in WWE 2K22 as a matchup.
Your fifth option, From NXT 2.0, Malik Blade.
And that is my pass.
Okay. That is also a numbered card for me. Interesting. Okay. So now you have to place one of these as mid-card and one of these as your jobber.
Fuck. I'll get some fucking rock here or something.
Randy Orton.
Mid-card.
Okay. Which means
Choppa.
your jobber is Bill Goldberg.
Ha!
Oh,
That's not so
perfect.
bad. That's not so
That's
bad.
not so bad.
But boy, I had a lot of main events in there. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So now,
Technically,
Was
including
that,
Goldberg.
was that the order they came in, or did you...
that
did
was
you
the
fuck me up?
order that they came in.
If I could make a change for a moment, I would have AJ and Cora Jade switch, and that would be it.
Okay. JLB. Same rules apply. You have
You don't know what you're getting for cards either, so don't make fun of my
one.
I'm going to make fun of it, whether you like it or not.
You have one pass. Your first card. Ludwig Kaiser.
Okay. We'll put him in a tag.
Okay.
Dude,
Second
hands are
choice.
written all over him.
Happy Corbin.
We're doing manager.
Ooh, I do like that move though.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't get really bad picks for mid or fucking main.
You'll have Paul Heyman and have to job him out.
Third choice. NXT 2.0 Ru Feng.
Pass.
Really sweet looking card for someone I don't know who the hell he is.
Yep. Great card.
Next option. The almighty Bobby Lashley.
Oh, there's my main event. Let's go.
Next one. Shotzi Blackheart. You have
Who do I have for
mid-card,
tag right now?
tag team, and jobber left.
Who do I have
Tag
with
team,
mid?
you have,
Who's- tag
you have
team,
no
sorry?
mid-carder. You have a Ludwig Kaiser as a tag team.
Let's do yeah, Shotzi's jobbing. Sorry, Shotzi.
Okay. Second to last, this is either a tag team or mid-carder. Alba Fire.
Okay. She's tag teaming with Ludwig, intergender tag. Probably should have
Okay.
did that with Shotzi, but is what it is.
Which then means your mid-carder is HBK.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So now, head-to-head, manager AJ Styles versus manager Happy Corbin.
They've both. One of them's led the entire roster.
That might be a fun match. Yeah, no, AJ would win that, but that would still be a fun
AJ
match.
wins the match and the management.
Okay. DFA up 1-0.
Not for long, because you're about to go main event.
Main event. Cora Jade versus Bobby Lashley.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Bobby Lashley's probably gonna win that match.
1-1. Mid-card. RKO Randy Orton versus The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn
HBK.
Michaels.
The best match in this? No way.
This
This is
was
all RKO. Sweet Chin Music misses. He hits the RKO out of nowhere. 14-time world champion versus 5-time world champion. I gotta go with RKO from out of nowhere.
they wanted it, they fought each other in a WrestleMania match. No, these two.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
they
think
fought,
so.
for sure.
They definitely fought. I'm just thinking the
They haven't fought
WrestleMania
in their
match.
prime. Now, HBK in his prime, 1997. Fuck. Smarts, you're the
Well, this is modern or in their primes,
whatever. Both of them
which
in
for
their
some
prime.
modern is in there. Yeah.
But what is Randy Orton's prime? It's his whole damn fucking career, man.
Yeah. So they didn't fight at. I'll give that to you. All right, Randy Orton.
You're gonna give me Randy. You know you're losing the tags. I think you ought to send that one back over to Smarks.
I think Shawn Michaels is the better wrestler, though, if you're talking prime. But
I am looking at head-to-head matchups. I am discounting tag team matchups. And then I will wait based on
he
the
had
fact
a legend killer gimmick that I think maybe he got the win over HBK.
he did get the win on Elimination Chamber qualifying in 2010 on Monday Night Raw. In head-to-head, he had a lot of tag
they
matches.
fought a lot of times. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of tag matches. I'm trying to get through the tag matches though. Shawn Michaels defeated Randy Orton once.
I don't think there was ever any for a title though.
World Heavyweight title
Not-
elimination chamber. That doesn't count.
Twice, 3 times.
Shawn Michaels defeats Randy Orton on Raw 546 in Boston.
Randy Orton won there. WWE World Heavyweight title, Randy Orton defeated Shawn Michaels in 2007 at Survivor Series.
There we go.
However,
Shawn Michaels defeated Randy Orton in
at
Raw
Cyber-
2004.
Cyber Sunday in 2007, Shawn Michaels defeated Randy Orton. Shawn Michaels defeated Randy Orton on a Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton defeated Shawn Michaels at Judgment Day in 2007. They had a long feud going on there.
And all of this for the IC title. I think we have to consider that it is a mid-card person. And HBK is the stronger mid-card. I think I may have to forfeit this one. I don't want to.
You're going to dominate me in the fucking tag.
I'm going to destroy you in the tag.
Dominate, destroy, annihilate, pulverize, any word you want to use.
In head-to-head matches, I'm not looking through necessarily all of them, but it appears to me like Randy Orton has the slight edge in head-to-head matches.
Yeah, I think Shawn only won like 2 or 3 of them out of like the 7 that I saw.
But it's slight. It's a very slight lead there.
Shawn definitely has the stronger mid-card history, though, being in the first ladder match. I would understand any choice.
For a heavyweight championship, Sean did defeat Edge and Randy Orton.
So now I'm checking one more thing here. Randy Orton has only been IC champion once and US champion once.
So he is, though, a Grand Slam champion, and HBK is not?
HBK is, no? He won the world. He won the IC. He won the tag.
I think you have to win both worlds.
Yeah, but there wasn't a both worlds when Sean was wrestling.
Yes, there was. There was the big gold belt.
Yep, there was the WWF and
Oh,
the world
yeah.
champion. HBK, however, is a 3-time IC champion and a 1-time European champion,
Which would be their equivalent to the U.S.
which was
because
the
they didn't
precursor
have-
to the US, because the US came over from WCW.
Correct.
But he
the
went
stronger
slightly on
mid-card-
IC.
I think the stronger mid-card wrestler is HBK. I'll give it to HBK.
Okay. So 2-1 JLB.
Because they're in the mid-card category. Not
Yeah,
because-
exactly.
Moving on to tag, though. Ivar and Andre the Giant versus Ludwig Kaiser and Alba Fire.
Do you want to throw in the
Squashed.
towel before you get in the ring?
Towel
There it is.
thrown.
He even throws it in.
2-2 leading up to the final battle. Bill
Shotzi.
Goldberg versus Shotzi Blackheart.
I mean, using the
I think
logic
Shotzi
that
should
we
win.
used, using the logic that we used on the mid card, Shotzi is a better jobber than Bill Goldberg. That said,
I think
is
Shotzi
it
deserves to win it.
Who would lose this match? How do you do that? Shotzi's been jobbed more in her career.
Bill Goldberg
should
would
have
forfeit
been jobbed more.
more. Exactly. Bill Goldberg would throw in the towel and forfeit. I will not hit a woman.
I don't think Bill Goldberg's against hitting a woman.
Oh, Jesus.
Hot take.
Hot take. Yep.
He's going to show up at my house and beat the shit out of me now.
So in the end, the best faction of those two goes to
You decide.
I unfortunately think I have to say DA Fabe.
But it was the worst chosen faction by far.
but
They did a much
I think,
poorer job of choosing.
I think it is entirely based on the absolute monster strength of that poll than anything.
Monster strength of the what?
Of the deck pull, right?
No, for sure.
You got fucking Bill Goldberg, Andre the Giant,
Andre the Giant, Ivar,
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I've got a future women's champion that's a stud.
Mm-hmm.
Just
If you would have known what was coming up after, you might not have put her main event.
no, probably not. And she can talk with the best of them. I mean, her and AJ could easily switch.
So let's do one more round of it. I got 3 more packs. So, JLB, your choice first. 1 through 3.
1.
Is the loneliest number.
This number 2.
1 or 2.
I'll choose
2.
1 as well.
Okay. So JLB will get to go first. Same rules.
Yep.
All I'm doing right now, just so you know, is I'm putting them in the right side up.
Sure.
Same rules. You get a pass, manager, made card, or main event, mid card, 2 tag
Tag
people,
team and
and a
jobber.
jobber. Your first one, T-Bar.
Do I have to take him as T-Bar? Could I have him as Dominic Dijakovic?
You're getting Dijakovic.
Okay. Yeah. I will put him. I'll put him as mid.
Okay.
He heard that and he's coming to get you.
I know.
Number 2, D'Lo Brown.
Ha!
Oh, fuck.
Immediately.
Manager.
Oh, fuck. It'd be hilarious if the next one's like Heyman or Bobby the Brain Heenan. God, I would die.
Not quite as hilarious, it being Terry Funk.
Tag team.
Big E.
Main event.
Three choices left, by the way.
Okay.
With 2 positions left to fill. So you still have your pass.
Okay.
Joe Gacy.
He gave up manager already to D'Lo.
Really fucked myself there. I have what left? I have mid.
No, you got mid card. You have jobber and other tag.
Tag. Oh fuck.
And your pass.
And my pass. Yeah, let's put him with the tag.
Okay. So your next choice is AJ Styles.
Is that jobber or pass?
Yeah, that's jobber or pass. I mean, AJ will probably beat your jobber regardless, but it's for the sake of being the best jobber, though, right? Technically, no, not necessarily. It's just for the sake of it. Let's pass. Let's see what my other jobber card is.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So that means your official jobber card is Bianca Belair.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Fuck, I should have passed on D'Lo.
It's a fun fucking game. It sucks, but it's fucking fun. You done a good one here, Sparks.
Okay.
Quite the creative one there, Mr. Smarks.
For DA Fabe, your first choice is Liv Morgan.
Jobber.
Damn. I agree, though.
Second choice,
Love her to death. I just don't want to be
Edge.
tag team.
Tag team, okay. Your third choice, Brock Lesnar.
Main event.
Oh my god. Bianca wins that for sure.
She's the jobber.
She's your jobber.
Oh no, it's just a jobber.
She's
I
jobbing
got,
she's got to go against Liv.
Big E versus
Next
Brock.
choice?
That's gonna be pretty fun though.
Tommaso Ciampa.
I'm gonna have him tag with Edge.
Okay. 3 cards left.
Like a fun tag
You
team.
have
Yeah.
manager and mid card and a pass left. Your next option, Von Wagner.
I'm gonna pass. I feel like I
Okay.
should have put him at mid card, but I'm gonna pass.
Again, manager and mid card left. Your option, Idris Inofi.
God damn it! I should have put fucking Von Wagner at mid card. And I am stuck with whomever is manager.
So that leaves your manager as Batista.
That's fucking cool.
Give me what I want.
It's a shit fucking talker, but give me what I want and yeah, hold on, I gotta come back on screen for this.
Ready to see my faction?
It's fucking cool. It's fucking terrible. I'm gonna lose the manager battle. Hands down.
Well,
Fucking
here,
cool.
just for the sake of making this extra interesting, since I have one last pack, I'm going to enter the fray for this one.
Oh, triple threats all around.
And I'm closing my eyes as I'm opening the pack so that you know I'm not looking at them from the back or anything. So, first card, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I am putting him at my mid card.
Not the tag team. Okay.
Second
Was expecting a
card,
tag team there.
Gable Steveson. I am putting
Feel like it might be
him.
Really tough because you've never seen a match.
I'm putting
Yeah.
him as my jobber. Because I've never seen a match.
You can also pass.
I also have a pass, though. I'm holding on to the pass.
All right.
Might come back to bite me.
Oops.
Ridge Holland.
See?
There goes your
Match
tag.
Come back to back. Yeah.
He is going in my tag. T-Bar. Since he is already in your faction, I am being forced to use my pass on him.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Theory.
Oh, nice.
It's actually a
You got his
sweet ass
good
card too. Sorry.
Yeah.
He is going to be. Let's see, I've got tag, manager, and main left. I'm gonna put him as my other tag. Oh, this sucks. Ivy Nile. Fuck.
It's fucking rotten, you fucking donut. Sorry, I don't know why Gordon Ramsay came out for that, but
She's gonna be
that's how she
manager.
sounded.
She's gonna be manager, just because I hope this last one will be someone worthy of main event, and I am right.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
My main event card is Kevin Owens.
Best.
they call stack deck.
I don't know. I still think I'm gonna be the loser of this whole game.
I think you probably are at this
Um,
point. Yeah. Unfortunately, I got Brock at main event, and so
Yeah.
that hurts.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. I think we don't know anything about Ivy Nile, which means in the manager battle, she loses both to D'Lo and Batista, right?
Right.
So it's a battle between D'Lo and Batista.
D'Lo's the better talker. D'Lo wins that one.
D'Lo wins that one.
Oh.
Okay.
I
In
think
the main event
we
battle,
agree, right?
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, for sure.
In the main event battle, Brock Lesnar versus Big E versus Kevin Owens.
This is hands down Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I guess it'd be a great fucking match, though.
Would I rather it be Kevin Owens? Yes. I would rather it be Kevin Owens. Would I rather it be Big E? Yes. But at the end of the day, the book of business speaks for itself. He was the next big thing. He is the big thing for a long, long time. Brock wins that one.
So now we've got 1-1 to you and 0 to me. Mid-Carter, Idris Enofi versus T-Bar versus Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Congratulations, T-Bar.
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, in terms of mid-card, you're probably right. Jim the Anvil Neidhart might make a run, but I just don't think so.
Yeah. Not against T-Bar or Dominic Dijakovic, you know what I mean? Like,
Idris and Nofi would have been the game changer there.
In a tag battle triple threat, this is probably my best shot at getting a victory, and I don't think it's likely still. Edge and Ciampa
nice.
versus Terry Funk and Joe Gacy,
Well, that's
versus
a dark ass fucking group, though, man.
Ridge Holland
that's
and
Team
Theory.
Hardcore right there, baby.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you have the weakest team there, Smarks.
I'm not saying I don't, but it was probably my best overall chance at winning. And it still doesn't.
Who's yours, Fabe? It's
I have Ciampa and Edge, man. I have two guys that have been tag team champs a lot.
yeah. That's. I feel like you win that.
So that
Especially for
puts
tag.
it 2-2. And
John
donuts for me. And then the final battle, the Battle of the Jobbers. This might be the only one I do win on a technicality. Because my jobber technically has 0 wins in the WWE.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan, former women's champ, versus Bianca Belair, current
women's champ.
women's champ,
Champ.
versus Gable Steveson.
Gable Steveson is a legitimate badass. And yet
Yeah.
has 0 wins in WWE, so I think he's probably the jobber. I got to give you that one.
Which is weird because none of these. But I honestly think, yeah, we'll give it to you. But I feel like Liv would probably be put most as she's been a jobber for a good chunk of her career before going for the main title.
Yeah,
though,
for us, head to head, Liv is more of a jobber than
Bianca.
so. Unfortunately,
Oh,
Is Gable Stevenson ever gonna? Oh, I guess so. God damn it, Elon.
Fucking Elon.
He apparently wants to buy. What else does he want to buy now? Oh, he wanted to buy like a soccer team, Manchester United. But that's just him trolling.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's gonna have the money to buy shit.
Right.
I think he's so fucking leveraged on Twitter. Oh fuck! The Brock Lesnar's a limited edition card too. Have to hold on to that one.
What card? How many were made?
It is number 45 out of 100, out of 99, I should say.
Okay. 45 out of 99? Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 45 out of 99.
Oh, yeah, he legit. Whoop. That's just me saying, bro, you got stuck.
The Champa one's a pretty sweet looking card.
Even the NXT nobody that we didn't know. Pretty nice, flashy, like almost prism card kind of thing that you had there.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyways,
That was a fun game, though.
That was a fun game. I definitely enjoyed that game.
How did you think of that? Did you steal that, or did you actually think of that one with your noggin?
It's
you always
sort
open
of
cards, so.
Sort of a bastardization of a game I've seen on TikTok where people use one of those TikTok random filters and
Okay.
they say like I have FMK, but I can't change my answers. And so then it it's like, which Harry Potter character are you? And you have to choose which one for each one.
Right. Okay.
Oh, my voice is saying it's about time. Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. Funk Soul Brother,
right about now.
This Andre the Giant card is fucking sweet too.
That is really cool. I had a stacked deck there and should have fucking annihilated him. And it was by the skin of my teeth.
Just by the skin of your teeth, good sir.
Can you imagine Cora Jade coming out to the ring for main event matches with those motherfuckers around her, though? Tiny little Cora Jade. Fucking Ivar.
AJ was your
Andre.
manager, no?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking coming out like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of that girl.
Yeah.
I mean, if ever there was a girl who would say, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, it would be her. She is a fantastical heel. I should have known to put her in the manager role.
I think your role was already no, you just chose her to main event.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Right off the beat, like main event. I'm like, bro. And he fucking gets Andre. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. I actually was talking with some people that I'd never met
Yes,
before.
yes, 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 yes.
And they said something from Letterkenny, and it was just more the accent part, so it was like a boat, but it wasn't a boat. And they said, we watch a lot of Letterkenny. And I was like, oh, I love Letterkenny.
Oh.
I have seen it.
Oh, no. Still here.
Oh, fuck you, computer.
You're back. You're back. Let's end this before you do get disconnected.
Fucking computer.
Schmarks.
Yes, let's end this.
As soon as we shut it
Before
down,
my-
as soon as we shut it down, I promise I'll be able to talk to Smarks for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. But let's
go.
finish this before my voice decides that it's time to just cough for 3 hours straight. That'll wrap it up for the Fantasy Booking Institute for this week. We had a lot of fun. We played some fun games. And now we're gonna go take some NyQuil and go to fucking sleep. I mean, I speak for myself at least.
I prefer heroin, but that's okay.
You know, to each his own. But if you liked what you saw here, the best ways to support us is to follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on Twitch, especially if you've got Amazon Prime, because you can do that for free.
Faux
For
free.
for $3.99,
Hey.
or for just $5. If you don't have Amazon Prime or you're already using your Amazon Prime thing, you don't want to do $5. You want to do a little bit less to support us. Great way. We have a tipping page, right? Just on our Twitch profile page. There's a place to tip. You can send as little as $1 to us that way. You can send bits to us through Twitch, right? Bits are a penny a piece, right?
Oh,
So send us bits that way. However you want to support us is a great way to do it. I ain't too proud to beg. You can also support us by buying merchandise. JLB just got his autographed shirt in that he's going to try to track down some WWE stars and get some
Yes,
autographs
sir.
on over the Elimination Chamber.
I can't hear him. I see him moving.
Well, we don't see you moving, but we can hear you.
I couldn't see you moving. I could see JLB and talk to JLB. Couldn't hear you. Nothing. That was weird. Anyway.
it's Elon for you.
Damn you, Elon!
Yep.
Jobber!
Elon. Jobber,
You
yeah.
can support us by going to our merch stores and purchasing merchandise from there. Or you can support us by telling all your friends about us. That's one of the easiest ways to support us, is just going, hey, there's this podcast I'm a big fan of. You should watch it. And sending them our way.
That's what I'm going to tell all the wrestlers for Elimination Chamber when I see them. Hey, guys, listen to us talk shit about you on a wrestling podcast.
Okay. We'll take it.
Sign my shirt first.
Well, the great thing is you have them sign the shirt because it does say our name on the bottom, on the pin, on the Sharpie, right?
Yep,
So you can point
exactly.
even to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. But anyways, but just sending people our way is a great way to support us there. Another great way to support us is we do post these eventually on YouTube. Head over to YouTube and give them a comment. Positive comment on the video helps the algorithm suggest us to more people. Follow us on the social medias. You can follow me on pretty much any of the social medias at Raw and Order WBU, just like it shows down below my name there. Except on Facebook, where it's at Pissant Podcast for reasons. But you can follow us on any of those social medias there. You can follow DA Fabe at
DA Vincent K. Fabe.
put it up bigger so that
DA Vincent K. Abe. Right there.
Yeah.
Only on Twitter.
and you can follow JLB at
twitch.tv/JLBTLC25, where I stream games and stuff. And yeah, I will probably be doing a lot of live Twitch stuff, maybe for Elimination Chamber and SmackDown kind of thing, a little before and after runs. Yeah, should be a good time. So twitch.tv/JLBTLC25. Let's go, Elimination Chamber. You can't come any quicker. Let's fucking go.
Marks isn't talking because JLB is still.
Yep.
Yep. But on that note, we're gonna go ahead and close the book on this. Just so you know, I also play games on Twitch as well. So we mostly talk wrestling, but occasionally I hop on and play some random RPG. I played 2 hours of Fable earlier this week. So if you want to just watch someone suck at a video game,
I feel like you're just telling stories.
Fable
about
or Skyrim?
Fable.
I was doing Skyrim. I changed to Fable today. Empire Akira is here. Hello, you came in just in time for us to end. I am sorry.
Don't you hate when that happens? Don't you hate when that happens?
Yes, it is.
I'm about to end my stream on a video game, and then like 3 people come in. I'm like, fuck.
I was watching it was a replay of a live stream of a guy playing a video game, and he was literally in the middle of his sign off when he got raided by a friend with like 24 followers all come in.
God.
And he's like, son of a bitch, that looks like I'm playing a little bit longer. And he played for another hour just to make sure that.
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
who should Cody challenge next after he wins the belt? We're going to do a quick answer. Unfortunately, we're just finishing up, so we're not going to be able to talk for too long, Empire.
I don't think he should challenge anybody because
Yeah, he'll be the champion. Someone will challenge him. I think we're probably gonna have a run with Cody having the belt and him effectively doing an open challenge sort of a thing
Yeah.
for a while, and then we're gonna get a series of people that previously had not gotten championship shots and probably don't actually what's the word I'm looking for, have not earned a championship shot right now, potentially get championship shots. And I'm talking about, like a Johnny Gargano, maybe an Austin Theory, if he loses the belt, things like that.
No, yeah, I'd agree with that as well. I do think they might do another Seth Cody feud, but Seth unfortunately won't be winning against Cody again. So
I would
poor
say
Seth
they
losing again.
solidify his face for now, and I think it's probably the Miz.
Miz would be not a bad option. I
The
think
open challenge does seem like a thing that would happen for sure.
I think the ultimate
Cody
babyface thing is an open challenge and then a series of matches. This is why I said someone like Johnny Gargano. And yes, I know it's Gargano. It's a long joke. This is why I say Johnny Gargano is a banger match. I think to start off as champion, I think they want Cody to have a series of just lights out matches to establish him as champion. Then he will go into a feud with a top heel. And Miz could be it. But it
Roman
could
be
be
it by then.
Could be Roman back for it. It could be a heel turn Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Which then Empire actually says, imagine if Bobby or Brock challenges Cody.
Or
I could even see
it might
Brock
even be
doing a challenge.
Might even be Corbin though.
Maybe they're gonna
saw-
if they have Corbin's response to being dropped instead of going back to sad Corbin, which would be funny. But what I would like to see is him go back to something like the Lone Wolf,
right.
where he just gets vicious. Where he's like, I don't got anything to lose anymore. Right? So I'm just going to destroy people. So, Empire also mentioned that he wants Big E to return. He would like to see Big E as champion again. I think we all agree that we want Big E to return, and we would love to see Big E as champion.
Certainly be champion if he's cleared come March.
But we also think that he's basically stated he's got another year before he's back to wrestling. And I personally want him to not rush it. Because if he rushes it, that's when injuries happen. And so, as much as I want him back, I also want him healthy. And so keep him around for there. But anyways, unfortunately, we don't have the ability to get distracted and keep answering questions, Empire. So I wish you
Mark's
would have
is losing his voice
earlier.
here.
Yeah, I'm about to lose my voice. It's time to take some NyQuil and go to bed. So
Empire, feel free to follow us though. Subscribe. We are on every Tuesdays and Sundays at 10:30. What's your time zone? 11:30 Eastern. 10:30 Central.
Also, I had mentioned, I have been going live playing a video game. It's a fantasy video game, and not wrestling related. But feel free to hop on while I'm doing that, and we'll just chat wrestling while I play a fantasy video game from 2008. But yeah, catch you later, Empire. I'm glad you made it into the stream. Feel free to
Glad you
watch
checked the
the
stream out.
yeah. Feel
Replay.
free to check the replay on it. We had some fun games today. We will be going live again, officially going live again on Sunday at 10:30 Central. I may be able to stream Thursday night for a while. I don't know for certain. So, and possibly Saturday afternoon, but I don't know for certain yet. But keep
Yeah, and
those
Sunday night will
follows
be
on.
our Elimination Chamber
Review,
award
yeah.
show, if you will, review of our bests, our worsts, and that's always a fun time. So feel free to join us, Empire, on Sunday, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. It's going to be a good time, and we'd love to hear from you.
And if I'm feeling saucy, it all depends on how I'm feeling that day. I might end up doing a reaction stream to Elimination Chamber.
I'll see if I can try and join you while live at the show.
Yeah, you probably will not be on it, but DA Fabe and I potentially might do a reaction stream. They're always tough since we're not in the same building, because there's delays on at least one of ours, and so one of us is always a little bit ahead, and it gets to be a pain. But
I could tell you,
Also-
I wouldn't be ahead. I'd be right on time.
yeah, well, you'd be ahead of us just by
Well,
the very
I'd be
nature of
ahead.
things.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did say you weren't here for the last one. I'm trying to. I'll talk to you off camera about arranging it, but I do want to arrange a time for us to do a reaction stream to the original All In. Found someone who posted the whole thing on YouTube, so
What? Nice.
yeah, so we can watch it there and people can watch along with it. So, but anyways, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and close the book. Thank everyone for joining us. Thanks Empire. Thanks Ambrosia. Thanks anyone else who was in the chat who didn't say anything, who just lurked in the chat. But thank you all for joining us. We will see you soon.